today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about GBRS Group's LERNA optic mount. Something new that I acquired. I'll talk a little bit about why I bought it. We're going to primarily just run the shit out of it today. Get some rounds downrange, get used to it, acclimate to it. Anytime you get something new, it's important to use it. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about a couple of belts that got sent out to me. This one here is the gunfighter belt, they call it, made by Point Blank. And I'm running a holster that was sent to me by High Speed Gear as well. If you want more information on that belt setup, I'll have the link to that video in the comments. We may mess around a little bit with my new duty belt that they also sent out, Point Blank that is. So we're just going to shoot a bunch of rounds today, do a couple different various range drills. It's a beautiful day to be out shooting guns. Let's jump into it. Thanks for watching. So today we're going to discuss a few different reasons why I went with the LERNA. As you can see, it sits extremely high off a rifle compared to some type of traditional optic mount that you may use. The first reason we're going to discuss is going to be because of the quickness at which you can get that sight acquisition on target. With a traditional optic, you have to marry up in the shoulder and drop your cheek down and find that good cheek weld to obtain that optic. Primarily, generally speaking, that's with my older system. That's something I had to struggle with before, is getting shoulder, cheek, find that and get it on my target. With the LERNA, something I find is as soon as I shoulder, I have it. It's still getting a cheek weld, but as soon as I shoulder, it's there. So much faster first shot break for me than I've had before. And the guy who gets the first shot broke in a gunfight is generally the one who's going to come out on top of that gunfight. There's another unique reason why I picked this optic mount. I'm going to explore that a little later in the video. This one's kind of unique, so stick around. You're going to want to see that one. We're going to run a couple 3 reload 3s with this. I want to mess around with our Point Blank belt system as well. Once again, this is the gunfighter belt, or their gun belt that they sell. Kind of a newer model. We're kind of still feeling some of the kinks out of it. There's been a few things I've run into. Their customer support's been great in talking me through that, and I'm loving this thing so far. This is not something I'm generally going to run in conjunction with a plate carrier. This is just out shooting on the range, having fun. So let's work some reloads. I feel like these magazines are sitting a little deep back, but I don't think it's going to be much of an issue. So we're going to push ourselves today. I want to really strive to get these shots broke quick, but also get some good hits. I'm happy with that. This thing's going to start gumming up. I can already feel it. The reloads are a bit of a reach when I'm coming from that third reload pouch. It is a bit of a reach back there. I do think I'm going to find that it's going to be a bit of a pain in the butt when I have a plate carrier on. If I am going to shoot with a plate carrier, run this thing on duty, that I would probably find an issue of running into that plate carrier or having a hard time getting that good solid index. But just for coming out to the range and shooting, it's fun. And as you guys can see, that sight acquisition is fast on this thing. It just snaps into position. So I'm going to continue to run this thing hard. We're going to get some serious rounds downrange today, guys. I'm talking we're going to shoot maybe 1,000 if I'm lucky today. It's not going to all be on camera, but we're going to get a bunch of it on there. .93, par time was 3 seconds. I will take it. I think I had a hiccup on my second one on that, it looked like. All right, let's talk a little bit about a level 1 malfunction drill we're going to run. So we're going to run the rifle. In theory, you're going to break that first shot. Gun's going to go click when gun should go boom. There's an appropriate way to clear that malfunction or work that malfunction. Inside of 25 yards, I transition to my sidearm. I know this thing's going to go boom. It better at least. I better. If it's not, that's user error. But we're going to go ahead and attempt to deliver 1 round, transition to sidearm, engage the threat. Once it's safe to do so, I'm then going to get this rifle back up, and then I may or may not engage again. So let's roll through that. A lot of moving parts with this one, but this is a fun drill to run. Always up. In the face. So manipulation is important. It's not all just about throwing rounds in the right spot. You got to know how to run these guns too. Practicing your reloads, your malfunction drills, things like that. It's great to sit and dry fire, but if you're not able to run this weapon effectively and just be extremely comfortable on it, it makes things a little bit more difficult. So throw that into your guys' workout or your training as well. Throw in those reloads, buy some dummy rounds, work through those malfunctions. So let's get a trigger finger workout on this one. This is somewhat of a cadence drill. I suck at cadence shooting. I've never been able to figure it out, but a 1 to 5 drill. So we got 3 targets downrange. First target gets 1 bullet. Second target gets 2 bullets. Third target, you guessed it, gets 3 bullets. Then we work back. Middle target then is going to get 4, and the starting target that we first started at will get 5. 1, 2, 5. Fucking got a big brain too. Not terrible results. One thing I find with this drill, if you are putting your dot from target 1 to target 2 by just moving and keeping your eyes on that dot, you're going to fuck it up. You're going to be slow or you're going to fuck it up. Your eyes need to lead and your dot follows. Eyes need to lead, dot follows. It's kind of a timing thing about breaking those shots. I didn't keep all that in the AC zone there. First target, good. Second target, I worked into the C zone somewhat. Well, actually, no, we're all good in the AC. Nothing in the D. But it's really hard to do it correctly with your eyes. That's the biggest part. Somewhat people just want to stick that dot up there, shoot where they see the dot, move their eyes and the dot, move their eyes and the dot. You want to get that system up there. First one should be a gimme. Second one, move your eyes, boom, boom. Third one, move your eyes, boom, boom, and then coming back. If I broke most of my shots early downrange, actually. Problem in the past for me is actually breaking them too late. But that's the 1 to 5. Let's get a little silly. Right about there. 100 yards downrange. I'm going to try and smash this steel with my Glock 17. Not only did I miss, I didn't put my fucking ear pro on. Fuck! Alright, take 2. I got it this time. That's a hit. That's a hit.
So here's the other primary reason that I picked up the LERNA optic mount. When you're shooting in a gas mask, things change drastically, obviously. It's less than ideal to shoot in a gas mask, but if you're shooting in one, you find yourself in circumstances that certainly are not ideal as it is. The LERNA gives me the ability to still come up on gun, get that good cheek weld, and I can get on target quickly. Just because that extra level of rise on there. Compared to the optic, the system I was running prior, I'd really have to get my head down in there, and it was very awkward. I can still maintain a pretty natural shooting position when running this gun, and I actually feel very comfortable compared to years prior when I was running a different setup. We only got a handful of rounds left. This thing is getting extremely dirty and wants to be clean, so let's run the last few rounds that we have. We'll see if we run into a malfunction, and then we'll chat a little bit more about where you can get one of these, about what it costs, and we'll go from there. That's it. As you can see, it still works. We're only about 10 yards off target, but room distances with this thing, absolutely no problem. I would feel comfortable shooting at about 75 to 80 yards with this still. Obviously not as fast, but it's a game changer. And this thing also, if you're looking to set up a night vision setup as well, take a look at their Hydra. It has a big piece of pick rail that comes out. You can mount your laser system too, and then you're not losing that C-clamp grip. But that's for a later date.
That'll do it for the video today, guys. Up here I'm going to toss a link for the LERNA from GBRS. They do a 10% discount for military and all first responders. Over here I'll toss a promo code for First Tactical. That'll get you 25% off any of their product. That's the pants that I was wearing today. I've had some people ask me about those. They are called the Defender. Swear by those things. In the description, I'm going to throw the link for the video for the rifle that I was shooting today. That's my Daniel Defense Mark 18. If you're curious on wanting to learn a bit more about that, watch the video on that. Please take a look. And last but not least, I want to thank my sponsors for helping me out today. My main sponsor, and I guess my only sponsor, the biggest one, is myself. My day job pays for everything that I do here, pays for all the ammunition. So do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, watch my shit, so that hopefully I can quit my day job someday. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.